Hello, this is Tim coming to you live from La Grande Motte boat show in the south of France. This is a huge and exciting boat show every year where many of the catamaran manufacturers reveal their newest boats. And this year, we've got something special for you. Big news here is that the newest model in the XS lineup, the XS13, has just been named 2025 Multihull of the Year. This is big news, and this is definitely going to be a very popular model. We're big fans of XS catamarans. Having purchased an XS14 just over a year ago, we've now sailed ours over 10,000 miles through Europe, to the Azores, down to the Canaries, and across the Atlantic to the Caribbean. And honestly, XS catamarans are truly amazing. They are stylish, fast, more performance-oriented boats, but also super comfortable. Today we're excited to take a tour of the XS13, as we have a feeling this may well become XS's best-selling catamaran. The first thing you'll notice as you step aboard are the new fold-down transoms, which are a great way to keep the overall length of the boat down, which avoids higher marina fees, but still gives you a real platform when lowered for swimming, putting on snorkeling gear, and getting in and out of the water. The helms are comfortable with fold-down seats and new modern hard bimneys. It's the little details on the 13 that really make this an exceptional catamaran. There are a couple of unique features of the helm. The orange wheels are really cool. Next, you have a small shade to help better view the chart plotter in bright light, which is always challenging. Most catamarans nowadays are installing Starlink, and there's even a place to run your Starlink cable inside the bimini supports and then mount it on top of the bimini. As you walk down the sides of the boat, you'll notice the huge amount of space and the great handholds. One of the striking features of the new 13 are all the black accents, from the stanchions to the grab rails to the cleats. Up on the bow, you have the sexy signature gray longeron and black trampoline netting. You'll notice right away how large this forward area is. Performance-oriented catamarans keep the hulls narrow in the bow and keep the bow of the boat as light as possible for speed and balance cutting through the waves. You can definitely see how long this trampoline area is and how far back the Saloon starts. Another design concept worth noting that makes this catamaran fast is the hulls are narrow underwater and then flare out above the waterline. This means you get the advantage of less displacement area in the water, but still get space above the waterline in the cabins. Access to the mainsail and the coach roof is excellent with a series of wide stairs. One of the things we love about the XS catamarans is how close to the deck the boom is. Most people, including those vertically challenged folks, can easily access the mainsail. If a reef line happens to get tangled, it's easy to access and undo. This is a huge plus compared to so many production catamarans, where you have to be 7 feet tall or climb up steps on the mast to access the stack pack. Another unique feature of the XS13 is the option for a black mast and a black boom. We think this looks amazing. A couple of higher-end performance catamarans have added rainwater catchment systems, which we think is a great idea. We're excited to see this on the XS13. When you're sailing in tropical latitudes, the rains can be torrential at times, and it's a wonderful way to replenish your water tanks without having to run the water maker. All of the lines are led aft to the starboard helm. This makes controlling and trimming the sail super easy and convenient for whomever is at the helm. Davits are a great design and lift your dinghy high out of the water. We've really appreciated this design on our XS14. Even sailing in large 12 to 14 foot waves in the Atlantic, we've never had any issues with the dinghy. The cockpit is really well laid out and super spacious. One of the real pluses of the XS layout is that the person at the helm gets to feel a part of everything, as folks will inevitably end up sitting in the cockpit. There's excellent storage, a new wet locker for snorkeling gear and maybe even dive gear. There is a top-loading fridge to keep your drinks in. A new feature on the XS13 is this walkway and space between the table and the galley area, with a storage compartment and even an area that drains. As you walk into the Saloon, you're struck by the amount of light and space. From the outside, the XS13 looks sleek and fast, and you don't appreciate how big the windows are and how much headroom there is until you're actually inside the Saloon. We love all the modern finishes and all the storage areas. The navigation station is also a brand new design for XS here, and you have this great forward-facing area with lots of space. I think this will be a popular place to keep a laptop and get a little work done at anchor for cruising sailors. There's a main fridge on the starboard side of the boat, and then on the port side of the Saloon, you have the option of either going with an additional top-down fridge or a freezer. Hull number 1 of the XS13 has the owner's layout with a full cabin in the starboard hull. As you walk down, you'll see a unique area with open shelving. One of the things that adds significant weight on most production catamarans are the cabinets and closet boxes. Since all this weight slows the catamaran down and negatively affects performance, on the XS13 they've used these open shelves with carbon supports. It's ingenious. You'll notice right away the amount of light pouring into this aft cabin area and the spacious bed. So many catamarans these days are poorly ventilated, and it can end up being a sauna back here unless you're running a generator all night, which can be noisy. You'll see all the opening hatches in this cabin allow for excellent airflow to keep things cool at night. As you enter the midship area of the owner's cabin, you have this amazing storage area. Again, you'll notice the open shelves help save weight and mean this boat will sail that much faster. Another truly brilliant addition to the XS13 is the use of dual-purpose doors. Doors can add a lot of weight to a catamaran, and so all the doors on the XS13 serve two purposes, from closing off an area when needed to hiding storage areas. The master bathroom or head is really spacious and stunning. You have a dual sink with black finishes, lots of light, and a large walk-in shower in the very bow of the boat. On the port side, you have a spacious cabin in the bow that feels light and airy and has more excellent storage. The head on the port side is a Jack and Jill style layout with heads on each end and a shared shower area in the middle. Again, we're impressed with the finishes, the layout, and the amount of space. The aft port cabin for guests is very similar to the owner's cabin, with a great bed, lots of light, good storage, and many hatches for increased airflow. We can't wait to sail the XS13 to see how fast she is with these fresh design updates from the 14. For the few members of the XS team that have already sailed her, they report she is fast and super responsive. We've been incredibly impressed with how well our 14 sails and envision this to be another catamaran in the lineup that sails much more like an expensive multi-million-dollar performance boat, and yet is a fraction of the cost. Depending on finishes and options, the XS13, well equipped, is priced in the €600,000 range. This is truly a special catamaran that will delight you with how well she performs under sail. It's also a very comfortable, modern cruising catamaran. This is definitely a catamaran you should check out.